Okay, here we go again. So let's just clean this test here. We can see it's very simple to read again. But something is bothering me. Let's imagine that this add task is not in the same file of the test, okay? Now it's simple and easy to go here and check the parameters that we need. But if it was in another module, just watching the class was not enough to know which parameters it accepts. Okay. So in this case, we can use the documentation. You can see that this framework has some singularities. So the first one is that all the classes are not objects, they are verbs. So in this case, the add tasks is one of the transactions. Again, we are considering transactions as a first citizen class. So we also have the search text. So we have this, okay? Sorry. So how do we document the do method? Okay, you can see that the framework doesn't call. Let me get some water. So just a minute. Sorry, my influence is bothering me. So you can see that the framework doesn't call the do method directly. It calls it behind the scenes. Okay, so let's do a quick experimentation here. Let's just add this documentation to the remove task. Okay, if we go to the oh, okay, no, this is not being used anymore. We can remove this. Okay, better. Let's do the same for the search. So if we add documentation to the search, it's almost doing nothing, because if we go to the search task here, we don't have any way to access this documentation. Okay, it's not explicit to us here in the framework. So what we do, as I said, this framework has some singularities. So what we do is, instead of document the do method, we need to document the class. So if we put the documentation here, now if we go to our test, we can see that we can access this documentation here. Okay, we note that we have this parameter here also, and we need to document this to the tester, so that they are able to use the class properly. So if we go here and just add the args, it is Copilot is smart enough, I hope, to no, not enough. Yeah, it is. So it's smart enough to know that we are documenting the do method, okay, our default method, and not the class. So if we go here, we can see that we have the args with title that's used here. And we also have a documentation to it. Okay, the same way that we document the args, we can document the returns. So in this case, it's a very simple return. okay? But we can do the same. We can make it explicit that we are returning the ID of the task found. Okay, I don't know if it's true. Let's check here. So in this case, it is true. So if we go here, we know that when we use this class, we need to assert the ID of the task. Okay, so if we go to the page, now it's very explicit to me that when we do a search here, oh sorry, and we will somehow get the idea of this application, of this task. Okay, so this is a way to document your implementation. Okay, and it helps a lot other testers that will use your transactions. Okay, that's it. Let's go to the next session. Bye bye. Hope you're there.